Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Barbie Dolls of the Week. Guess what? This is video number 300. So it's hard to believe that I've now done 300 videos on Barbie Dolls of the Week alone, but it's true. And so I want to celebrate today by showing you a lot of dolls. And I'm taking the suggestion by my friend and viewer Blake Gildafish, who suggested two or so. I'm splurging a little on that. Dolls per decade that are among my favorites. So what I'm going to be showing you today is starting with the 80s to this decade, two or three dolls from each of those decades that I really like. Now, I don't want to put a certain number on them, like this is my top one, this is my second one. I just want to say these are two or three of my favorites. So let's get started. But oh, wait a minute. Before we do, I am going to do a bit of a giveaway today to celebrate the 300th anniversary, or not anniversary, but 300th video of Barbie Dolls of the Week. I am going to give away this 30th anniversary, that's what I was thinking of, Barbie doll poster. So it's in good shape. Unfortunately, it was folded when it was given out. I forget where I got this. And I have one that's framed, and then there's this one. And this is in really good condition. It's not faded from what I can tell. I've tried to keep it in good condition. So I'm going to be giving that away today and mailing it to someone in the continental United States. Sorry if you're outside that. Um, and here's how you can get that is if you will name two or three reasons why I started collecting Barbie, and also one other part, my favorite 80s doll that I am not going to talk about today. So that's the two parts. So we'll see who can come up with that. Excuse me. So let's get started because we have a lot to cover. So starting in the 80s, as I said, we're going to start with one of my favorites, and that's Day to Night Barbie. I just love the glamour, the fact that she has this flexible outfit that can go from day to night. And, of course, they did do several versions. Unfortunately, with the Ken, they only did the one version, except actually they did a Caucasian and an African American. But I mean, they didn't do another like Hispanic or Asian, which I would have liked. But yeah, this is the Hispanic version, or what's called the Hispanic version. It could also be called maybe the Teresa version of the doll. This is from 84, I believe. Let me just double check that. I'm not seeing a date. But yeah, I believe this is from 84 out in 85, box date 84 out in 85. And, there's obviously the blonde version, and there's the African American version, and this one. And I think that's it, which it's just was so nice to even have three to choose from. And I'm blessed to have all three, not all three out of the box, but all three. And so today I'm going to be showing you almost all dolls in the box, but there's a few that are out. So that's the first one from the 80s. And again, that's not part of the question. The question is which 80s doll that I'm not going to show you is among my favorites. Okay, here's another one. And this one was one of the ones that started it all for me. There were like three. Because, this is from 81 box date. And probably was still in the shelves or on the shelves in 82, maybe even into 83, definitely in 82. Pink and Pretty, and this is the Christie. I just adore this doll. I mean, talk about flexibility. All the things you could do with these approximately five different pieces of her outfit, including, the ones you see her wearing, and of course, the pants and the headpiece and the jewelry. That superstar jewelry is just, we didn't see that much after this, did we? Even on the reproduction ones, they don't tend to, well, I mean, the recent ones, like those Rewind dolls, they didn't use. I really wish they would have used this jewelry, so. And of course, I love the drawings on the box. I mean, there's just so many reasons to love this doll. So that's definitely one of my 80s top 5. Okay, so then the last one from the 80s today that I'm going to show is not Barbie, but a friend of Barbie, and that's her friend PJ in the Dream Date PJ. Now, You know, back in the early 80s, they did more with PJ and some of those other friends, Whitney, and who am I forgetting? Well, it'll come to me. Yeah, and so Skipper, of course, so that's a sister, not a friend, was around quite a bit, but there's someone else I'm not thinking of for some reason. Anyway, here's Barbie and Ken, and there's PJ kind of looking on like, yeah, I'm going to get me some of that. With Ken, I mean. So, um, yeah, I just love this dress. I think it's so 80s. The blue was a nice change. The fact that they did red for Barbie with the, I think it's like a purple trim, uh, was nice because it wasn't pink, you know. So it was just a nice change. But yeah, the blue, and of course I've seen people do other versions of some of these dolls like this, and maybe there's a greenish one or a yellowish one, and they're just beautiful. But PJ is just such a beautiful doll. That face is unbelievable. And one of the reasons I like the face is because she's not got that same smile as Barbie. You know, it's more of a model look to me, you know, in a way. So those are my three for, today for the top 80s dolls that I want to show you, because I really do love those dolls. They are, I believe, when I did my video on top 10 from the 80s, they were among them, but double check me. Now let's move on to the 90s. I have two dolls from the 90s I want to show you, and you know, I could show more if we had more time, but I just want to use these two as representative of the 90s because I think they're very different and they represent two different types of dolls. So first of all, I'm going to use Glitter Hair Barbie because she's the only one I think I have in the box right now of the long hair dolls to represent those long hair dolls like Totally Hair and Hollywood Hair. And you know, I have several on this end over here that are loose, but I think she might be the only one in the box. Oh, I take that back because I do have Jewel Mermaids. I bought those originally when they were out, so I do have some Jewel Mermaids. If I had thought of those, I would have definitely brought one. But anyway, today she will represent the long haired dolls of the 90s. So, you know, you see this trio here. And even though the long hair like that is not my favorite, this doll really appeals to me because of the color of her hair. And she's got that Barbie face, but yet in a different color hair, and I like it. I love the kitschy earrings that are like palm trees. The outfit is fun, and of course, I think this is the one that comes with the LA Looks gel. Yeah, so something like that. Says, oh yeah, I don't see it say it. It's got to be on here somewhere. Oh yeah, LA Looks glitter gel. So yeah, not just gel, glitter gel. So yeah, this is a fun doll, and it represents the 90s very well, I think. And then moving on, you know, I think the 90s is when Barbie really got in, or Mattel really got into some great sets, some great collector's editions. You know, Barbie had hit its peak in the 90s, I believe, and was doing the best it had done so far, I also believe. And so they started doing these different series. And so this doll that I picked is definitely one of my all-time favorites. It's a first in a series, a collector edition for great fashions of the 20th century. And this doll represents the 1910s, which is the period of Titanic. And look at that face. I mean, her face kind of reminds me a little bit of PJ, but almost like a hint of a smile. And also, I just love this outfit. You know, it's so well made. It's the epitome of Mattel's wonderful style and quality at the time. And it's just amazing. I mean, look at the picture on the back. And I think the only thing that would have made this better if there was a male doll in this same time period. That would have been amazing too. But at least we have this one, and again, she represents all of those collector series from the 90s. So there she is. Now let's move on to the 2000s, and let me see. I've got two here to show you right off the bat, and I might have another one, but definitely two. So again, talking about those series. These dolls are from the year 2000, so they barely made it into the 2000s, but they did. And, you know, this is my favorite set from that time period. This is the Hollywood Movie Star collection. And I've got two of the, I think, four that are in it. So here are the four dolls in the collection. This one is definitely my least favorite. I don't dislike her, but there's just nothing as you know, she just reminds me of some other dolls. So, whereas this doll, there is no other doll. And again, the styling and the quality of the clothing, the design is amazing. And by the way, these weren't that expensive, I don't believe. I'm gonna guess these were $60 when they came out. So that's not bad for this quality of a doll. They have a faux leather, or she has a faux leather purse or bag. The sunglasses, that hat. I mean, even just her face is amazing. So look at this picture here. You know, this is publicity tour from the Hollywood Movie Star collection. She was the fourth in the series, so she's one of my two favorites from this. I don't know if you guys can see if I move this camera slightly. I've got right there is one of the other ones, and I love her too. And that is let me see what she's called. By the pool or something like that. At home. So that's this doll. So she's in there too, but these two are my favorites. And this one is, I've referred to this one before as, you know, just one of the most exquisite dolls in my opinion. The red hair and that face. You can't see her real well here, but just look at this one here. It's kind of like a Rita Hayworth. You know, that's what she reminds me of. And that feathery boa type thing. The outfit in that light green. It's almost like a minty green. I just love it. I mean, you know, that's why I picked all these dolls, because I really do absolutely love them. I mean, you know, this is the epitome of Barbie class and style and what I really like. And you know, there's obviously good fashionistas and things and all kinds of dolls right now, but to me, none of them compare to these dolls here. So, okay, so those were from the 2000s. Now, let's move on to the 2010s. Now, let me just double check here the boxes. I'm dealing with a lot of dolls with a lot of dates, so forgive me for just a minute when I try to get this one. Well, I'm not seeing the date, but I'm pretty sure this was 2003. Let's see. I don't know why I'm not seeing it. Anyway, I want to show you, to represent my wonderful Dolls of the World collection, I have picked two dolls, and that's Princess of Cambodia. And unfortunately, this one is loose in the box and had been put back, so she's kind of leaning crooked there. But look at that crown. And again, these dolls I don't remember, but I'm going to guess $25. So to me, this is an exquisite doll for that price point. And, you know, a lot of times I'll hear people say, oh, well, you know, it's only $20. What do you expect, you know, from certain dolls? Or it's only $25 nowadays. I expect actually a lot, because of look what I'm used to, you know. And I understand they have to cut costs and they can't do as much now, but that doesn't mean, you know, when you're used to that for years, you're just going to expect that in a way. But yeah, she's beautiful, and I love these boxes. This is part of the Princess collection of Dolls of the World, Princess of Cambodia, if I didn't say it. And, you know, I love that they have all this information on the back, so, you know, you or the child can learn about that person. Well, not really the person, the country, I mean. And, you know, since this isn't a real person. So, yeah, that's her. I have three from this part of the time frame. Now, this one is from, it looks like, also the year 2000, maybe, if I'm reading that right. So yeah, here is the, what is this one? Italy, but where's her name on here? Just Italy Dolls of the World, it says. So this is, to me, these two dolls, I think Mattel was in the best part of the Dolls of the World collection. I think, you know, they were all, I always liked the Dolls of the World, but they just got better and better, and then they hit their peak with these. And unfortunately, I think the ones after that tended to be not as nice, not quite as nice, although still nice. But look at these outfits and look at the faces. The big difference is the faces, because prior to, the very early ones, were very Barbie-like, and they're fine, and I like them. And then they got almost a little cartoony in the 90s, maybe it was. But still, I like them. Not as much, but I like them. And I still collect them. And then when they got to the 2000s, it just got really, really good. I mean, there's also the Russian one in this set. And let me see if the Cambodian one had some others. The Grecian Goddess. Um, let's see. Yeah, that's on the back here. Is certainly an honorable mention, if not in this top herself. So yeah, let me grab this doll that fell. Um, this Italy doll has, more information on the back. Not quite as nice as that other one as far as the back. But yeah, just an amazing doll. And these, I don't know, what do you guys think? These sort of remind me of a higher end doll in the face, like maybe Integrity or something. So yeah, there's that one. And I want to throw a couple Kens in. And first of all, I want to put this 40th anniversary Ken. He's over there on the chair a lot these days, so you may see him in the background on some videos recently, but I want to feature him. I just think him and Barbie looked so good together, in those two anniversary dolls. And I guess maybe that was her 40th anniversary too. I don't remember, but it's one of the anniversaries. But yeah, look at him with that outfit. It's beautiful. He does have fuzzy hair. Um, it's just really well made. So this is one of my favorites too. And I don't think he gets enough props credit. Okay, and then moving on, we have four more dolls. So first of all, let me see. This one was from the 2010s. Now we are, and I picked this doll to represent the whole Sew and Style line because I just love that line. I mean, here's a picture on the back. Stacy McBride Irby is the designer, and she is cartooned here. But three of the dolls, and this is one of the three that are pictured. This is Kara. And I just feel like these were so well designed, well made. So great job, Stacy. And well executed. I mean, they really look amazing. And they hold up after all these years. The box isn't in great shape in this one, but 2003, 10, excuse me. So, it's 12 years old now. It's not too old, but yeah, this set is, to me, one of the best. And certainly one of the best for African American Mattel dolls, I think. And then, speaking of great African American dolls from Mattel, this one is from 2014, and it's representing. I've got two dolls here to represent the Barbie Look collection versus Looks, which they have now. The Barbie Look City Shine, and one's Red Carpet, the other one. So first I'm going to show you this one. I think she was the highlight of this series. And this is this doll that's in this orangey, dress here, almost a little well, it is iridescent. And on the back, they show you, the dolls that were available, or some of them, in this series. And I really like this one too, in the gold. I'm pretty sure I have her. The two on the end are not my favorites, especially this one. I don't believe I got her. I may have this one. I'm not sure. I love the look on her face, and hers is good too. But this one, and look at those earrings. I mean, I just love her face, the makeup. Again, to me, this looks like a high-end doll, not Barbie Mattel kind of doll. So, yeah, this is one of my favorites from the 2010s. And then the last one, oops, wait a minute, two more from, I think I may have missed one. Let me see when this one is from. No, we got the 2000s. And, yeah, I missed one from the 2000s. So this is the other one from the 2010s I want to show you. This is the Red Carpet Barbie Look. This one was kind of hard to find. I don't remember if she had a specific name, like Kara or something. I don't know what the name was, but Raquel. This might have been a Raquel, actually. I don't know. But anyway, amazing doll, amazing fashion. Those are probably my two favorites from that series, so just love them. And then one that I missed, and this is, by the way, so special to me because this one got me back into actively collecting when my husband Mike got it for me. At the time, he was not my husband because it wasn't legal yet. But this is from 2008, and that's the Birds Barbie. I mean, so kitschy, so fun, and very well made, well done. Even the box with the birds painted on or printed on. Um, it's just, I can't even tell you how much I like this doll. The green suit that looks so much like Tippi Hedren's. So yeah, and then the birds, of course, attacking her. The one thing Mattel didn't do, and I'm kind of glad, was, put like a little bloody spot on her forehead. So the Birds Barbie. So that wraps up all until we get to the current decade of the 2020s or 2020s. And I kind of hate to pick a couple favorites because we're only 2 years, well, not even 2 years in. But I'm going to give you a couple that are in the running. And I'm going to start with this guy, who is the other Ken in the bunch. I also would put honorable mentions to the two Asian Kens from the Fashionista line because so rare to have Asian dolls, but I love this doll. I think, he's a great doll. Also, I would say honorable mention to the BMR 1959 African American doll with the green hair, just for being so daring. And I like that doll too. But this one is one of my favorites. Do like the hair. It's interesting that it's, flocked, and then the other, rooted hair. I almost said real, but it's not real. But yeah, I really like him, and I think he's got a great face. He's got a body that's pretty muscular, so anyway, love him. He's from the current decade. And the last one I want to show you today to celebrate this 300th video of Barbie Dolls of the Week on YouTube is a very recent doll, and I will say that she's 80s inspired. And that's this Barbie Rewind doll. I hear there's going to be other Rewind dolls. Now, as you know from my recent review of her, I'm not crazy about the bow. I do like the little hat, and that kind of saves it. I love the phone, and I've got her little case here, briefcase, that matches her skirt. And I love the tape stands. I thought this was really well done. I love some of the BMR 1959 dolls, but since I really dislike their outfits, I didn't put any of them actually in this, but yeah, that black doll is the favorite of mine, probably from that set. So yeah, she has made it in as so far. These are real early in this decade, so I don't want to pick definite favorites, but these are two leading contenders, we'll say. So what do you guys think of these wide variety of dolls I've shown you? I've shown everything from Dream Date PJ to this guy, who she would probably love to date, but you need to dress up for it. And so, such a variety, but that's the thing about Barbie. There's been so many in just the, 40 or so years I've been collecting. The variety is amazing. I mean, you look at, even when you're just talking about fashionistas and you've got someone like this who's, I still need to get rid of this thing and maybe find her a better dress, but this is an okay dress. It just shows you how the talent of the designers, the creativity. I mean, they can't always do what they want, especially these days with the bodies and with the quality is not as well, it's good. But at least the creativity is there and the diversity. And for me, that helps quite a bit. One other thing I want to show you before I close out. So I've been trying some different dolls on this lady from this Looks collection, and I want to see what you guys think of her in this. I still never know what to do with their hands, by the way. So I put her in this outfit for now. What do you guys think? It's kind of a 70s look. I just thought she looked kind of good in it. It's got some loose strings I need to cut, but anyway, still looking for outfits, but I think this is better than the other one I had her in. So thank you so much for watching. Put in the comments your answers for the question, and I will be sending that poster to somebody who answers correctly first. So you guys take care. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you've been with me through most of this or all of these 300 videos. Please keep watching. please share the video, and I would appreciate a like as well. Take care. Bye-bye.